Hey, selling is a prerequisite for all the success you're going to create in your life, no matter what you do. Regardless of your career, selling is for you. Okay? Selling impacts every person on this planet. Your ability or inability to sell, persuade, negotiate, and convince others affects every single area of your life, and it will, by itself, determine how well you survive. No matter your title or your position, no matter where you are in life, no matter your role in the company you work for or on the team, whether you're the CEO or the janitor, you will at some point have to convince others of your position. What I mean by that is what you believe in. Can you sell that belief, that idea, that concept, your dreams to someone else? See, your ability to do so impacts you in ways that will determine the very outcome of the future of your life. Selling is used every day by every person on this planet, and no one is excluded. Selling is not a job or a career. Selling is a way of life. See, your ability to do well in life, to survive, to prosper, to create your financial scene depends solely on your ability to sell others on those things you believe in. I'm not talking about just selling products or services here. I'm talking about you selling yourself and others on those things you want to go do in life. Look, in life you need to know how to negotiate. You're going to buy a house one day, you're going to sell a house. You're going to get a job. You're going to commit to a bonus program or get a salary. You have to know how to negotiate. You have to know how to get another person's agreement on some point at some place in your life. The ability to get others to like you is selling. The ability to get others to work with you, support you, is selling. The ability to get people to want to please you and make you feel good and do things for you is selling. See, selling is unavoidable. It determines how well you survive. Selling is not a job, like most people think. Oh, I don't want to be a salesperson. Look, selling is a way of life. See, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary says that selling is the action of persuading or influencing another to some course of action or to the acceptance of something. I want to read that again. Okay, selling is an action of persuading. You ever done that before? You were selling. You tried to convince your school teacher to give you a better grade. You were selling, right? You tried to convince your kids to get to school on time so they could get a good grade. That's selling, the action of persuading or influencing someone else, another, to a course of action or to some acceptance of something. I'm trying to convince you to vote on somebody. I'm selling. See, who does this not impact? When I say selling in this video, I'm talking about anything that has to do with convincing, persuading, negotiating, debating, getting your way. This could include debating. It could include arguing. It could include getting along with someone else. It could include, resolving an argument. Exchanging goods and services is obviously selling. I convinced my wife to go out with me when she didn't want to. That's selling. I'm buying a home or selling a home. That's all about selling. Oh, Grant, I'm buying a home today. You have to sell somebody on the price you're going to pay. You have to sell the bank on giving you a loan. See, closing the bank to give you a loan is actually selling. It's not just getting a loan. Starting your own business is selling. You're going to need to sell the bank on some financing, some funding. You're going to have to get a lease for the property. All that is convincing someone to do something, persuading others to support your ideas. Getting a customer to buy a product from you is what most people know as selling. It is said that the number one reason a business fails, this is the big schools, the big heavy dollar, high dollar, rich people schools, the number one reason a business fails is because they're undercapitalized. I don't believe this to be true. I believe the number one reason a business fails is first and foremost because their ideas, the company's ideas, were not sold quickly enough, in quantities great enough, and at prices high enough. And the company ran out of money. So when Harvard says the number one reason a business fails is because they're undercapitalized, I'm saying no. The number one reason a business or an individual or a management team or the CEO, the number one reason a household fails is the inability to sell products in quantities great enough and at prices high enough. It's the inability to move your products into the marketplace or your ideas or your services. Look, the guy that created Velcro, sold the world on something it was not asking for. He came up with this brilliant idea, presented it to the world, and the world made him rich. Why? Because he sold the idea. Many of you have ideas every day. The ability to sell those ideas will determine your survival. No business owner can build a business without understanding the critical element called selling. Think of any action in life, any action, and I assure you there's someone at one end or the other selling something. Learn everything you can about selling. Your life, your dreams, your future depends on one thing, the ability to sell. Selling is essential to the survival and well-being of every living individual on this planet. It involves you.